Dan Pasarelli, a market taker mentoring, is here to get our day rolling along with the trader rundown. It's been a while, so welcome back to the show, Dan.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back.
A lot has happened since you've been gone, including Brexit, and we've had a complete bounce back and then some. What do you think about this market?
Yeah, I mean, up until Brexit, we were in what I used to call a sort of a volatile range. And we've broken out of that range to the upside, but I think that we're still in a volatile range. It's just been extended. We've set a new upper threshold.
What do you make of these people who say there's big doom and gloom ahead? We're going to see a big, mighty crash.
Yeah, well, I mean, with the way the market, it's interesting. The way the market is right now, the market is just going up and going up and going up, but there doesn't really seem to be interest. Nobody really seems to care. There's not really conviction. So to me, that means I think that the market could keep going higher a little bit, but I think what goes up must come down. And technically, there's a gap to be filled several steps lower in the S&P 500. So I'm not going to say, total doom and gloom here, but I think that we can see a retracement, probably not in the short term, but coming up not too far off.
Even if we did see the market come down, though, Dan, the market has been so resilient. Would it just come back? Would that just be a buying on the dip opportunity for smart traders out there?
Yeah, that's what we're seeing here. For me, I like buying dips or specifically selling cash secured puts on dips and then selling covered calls on peaks. And if my stock gets called away, I'm okay selling it. I like to buy the dips, sell the troughs. Let's
take a look at one of your stock plays. It happens to be Lululemon. So what do you see happening there?
Yeah, so Lululemon has formed a pretty solid bullish base. They were up pretty sharply since our earnings in June, and their uptrend started before that, even back in May. I think that maybe it can keep going a little bit more. So what I'm looking at is the August 77.5 calls. I like those calls. I like buying those calls. And it's pretty low risk because implied volatility is so low across the board, and especially in Lululemon, that I look at it as a pretty low risk trade that has some pretty good upside potential.
And then for people who don't want to do an options trade but just want to own the stock, maybe it stretches higher.
Yeah, I think so. Either way, bullish or positive delta trades, as we like to say down here on the options floor, that's what I like in Lululemon.
Thank you for helping us out, Dan.